ってください。
NANI?
Hi, Tokyo Tops!
Hey Tokyo, everybody.
So we are back again today, and as you can see, we have another special guest with us.
My name's David. Hi everybody, happy to be here. Okay, so I have an old YouTube channel if you want to check it out. It's called First Light, or you can check me out on Instagram at firstlight_insta.
So today we have David with us because we are taking him on a date.
A cooking date. A battle, actually.
A battle.
Who is the better Tokyo BTM?
I'm not frightened at all.
He's very chill.
Yeah.
And also, this is actually not a cook-off. I just want to remind everyone the rule. Is you guys watched Bachelor before, right? So we're gonna bond through a cooking experience, and David will be the final person to decide who he has a better experience with.
So let's get ready, and we'll see you in a minute. Okay, so the first thing we need to do, we have to dress up. Are you ready for this, Jenny?
I'm totally ready. Oh my god! Oh, it's lovely. It really brings out your eyes.
Oh, does it?
It does.
Oh, that's nice.
Who do you think is going to be the winner?
Me. The issue with Meng is that he doesn't think this is a cook-off, and the reason why he's saying this is because he can't win a cook-off. So he'll probably try to cover his bad cooking skills with charm, like deflect. And he's very good at that. If I'm gonna lose one area, it's probably gonna be like keeping David entertained the whole time.
What do you think he's going to make?
It's gotta be something simple, something that doesn't really take a lot of skill. Yeah. Kakugo shinasai.
That bitch. He must like roasted me on the camera. Today we're gonna build connection. So I'm gonna focus on that aspect. Okay, but I wanna say Andrew is probably better at cooking than me. So that's why I keep reminding everyone it's not a cook-off. I'm really just gonna be a sweetheart. They have the Canadian bond, right? Like they eat the same food. So it's kind of cheating already. So that's why I'm going for some options super simple and super safe for my choice.
So again, this is sort of in homage to you, is, you know, I have the fundoshi.
Oh, I didn't know that was fundoshi.
Yes, it's fundoshi. See?
Hey!
So I'm wondering, here are the ingredients for what we're doing today.
Okay, see potatoes.
You see, oh yeah. So you see potatoes, you see what else?
I see meat, so it's just like ground beef? Is this like a shepherd's pie?
Which would be called?
Patshino?
Yes.
Which is very racist, by the way.
I know. So this is the funny. So yeah, you got it. Yes, good job. Pate chinois. What's the meaning of this dish?
Chinese pie.
Pate chinois is actually based on shepherd's pie, which is an English recipe.
Yes.
The English, when they came over to Canada with the French, the English brought this pie with them. But they didn't have the same ingredients, everything in Canada, so they had to like substitute things like corn and shit like that. When we had Chinese immigrants come over, they liked that recipe, and so they started making it using all these local ingredients, and they adopted it. And then the French saw the Chinese make the recipe, enjoyed eating it when the Chinese made it, and then took the recipe and called it Chinese pie.
I mean, I'm very impressed so far. I love food, I love fundoshi, and I love smart people. So very impressive. It's also, you might not know this, but shepherd's pie is one of my favorite foods.
Cool.
So we have one problem here though.
What's that?
Is that pate chinois, usually you eat it with ketchup. And because I'm a smart BTM, I asked them in advance if there are any no-go foods. And what did you say?
I said I don't really like American condiments like ketchup and relish.
The issue with that is then how do I make something that has a little bit of a sweet sort of tang to it without using ketchup? I'm gonna try and use tomato here.
Okay.
And we're gonna try and add some extra sugar in.
You really thought about this?
I mean, I think for my dates, this is what happens when you date me. Put in the potatoes. It's gonna take what, 20-ish minutes? Let's start making the meat.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Can you help throw that out?
I can help throw that
There
out,
are bags over there that I guess we can use as
Got it.
garbage. Please and thank you.
So I'm curious, do you actually normally cook in your week, or is this just a one-off?
I used to cook a lot, but then I got fat. So I'm on a calorie diet or whatever regime, and so I just
How
have
many
to make.
calories are you trying to do a day?
So I do 1,500. I also brought
Oh wow.
rosemary from my house
Fresh
that
rosemary.
I grow in my house. So actually, this is something that maybe, if you'd be so kind as to help me out, that'd be great. Would be to chop this up. Look at that. You
So
can use
I
the
usually
same knife.
pull. I also grow rosemary. Something else we have in common. I don't know. This competition is really leaning one way right now.
Actually, not a cook-off.
Not a cook-off.
Not a cook-off.
That rosemary get in.
I can't see anything on this thing.
Oh, half a cup is not See, yeah, see that we had a little touching moment. And then we need to get the corn open.
Ooh, whole corn. Wow.
This is good that you're here because you know what cream corn looks like, right?
Yes.
Every time you've eaten cream corn, the kernels look a little broken, right?
A little mashed up.
So I think we need to just mash them a little bit to
Yeah,
get
we
some
can
of
do
that
that in the
flavor.
pan.
I think so.
Toast.
Okay.
Oh, da-da-da.
I mean, yeah, usually, I mean, I don't know if this is correct. It's just every time I've seen cream corn, it's looked mashed.
Yeah. This guy looks like he knows what he's doing. How is he still single?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Thank you.
What's wrong,
Thank you.
people? Ooh, it almost feels like a gay cooking show going on. So we're gonna start to put in the milk a little bit. All right. So do you have any dating questions or what happens?
I guess so. What are my dating questions? When was your last relationship?
Over 3 years ago.
3 years. So you've been single that long?
Yes.
Wow.
Prior to that, I was single even longer.
Really?
I
Yeah.
was single about
sounds-
10 years.
That's me now.
Oh, that's you
Yeah,
now?
yeah. You're looking for something specific.
I wouldn't even say that. I would say I'm focused on my life.
Okay. Well, you're very busy with your career as well, right?
Yeah. But I feel like everybody's busy in Tokyo with their career.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that's an excuse. Whenever a guy's like, oh, I'm so busy, I'm like, oh, are you the only busy one in Tokyo?
Yeah, that's
Really?
true. That's true.
If you're gonna be my boyfriend, that's not just like, oh, cool, you're cool, we can hang out together. It's like, do our lives match? Do our values match? Do our goals match? Can I sit at home with you and feel comfortable? Can we have like deep conversation? Not just
Yeah.
like normal conversation. Is the sex good?
Yeah.
You getting this? You getting this? Over here?
That's true.
You gotta do the bend and
The bend and
snatch.
snap.
That's it.
Oh my god, the bend and snap works every time!
Okay, so we have all that,
Yep.
and we've
Yep.
done the cream corn. Now we just need to mash the potatoes. And then we can start layering.
Where did you get this fundoshi, by the way?
So I actually got this fundoshi. There was fundoshi night at a bar in Shimbashi,
Okay.
and they were selling them at the door. I think
feel
you
like
might.
we should go to this.
We could go.
sometime.
Maybe we could go. Is that actually okay?
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay. Now let's try this. To make sure this is okay too.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
And here's another tip. Maybe try it yourself before you feed your date.
So now we are ready to layer. We are done.
Ta-da!
Let's see it. Woohoo! It looks so good.
And in the oven we go. Well, let's do 25 minutes.
That sounds good. Hi.
Hi. So I haven't been dating someone for like almost a year.
Okay.
I want to recreate this kind of like boyfriend's feeling.
Okay.
So can I call you babe when I... Thank you, babe. Do you like work out a lot every single day? Or...
No, not every single
But like
day.
you just went to a run like yesterday for 5 kilometers. So.
I ran yesterday for 5K and I went to the gym yesterday. Well, how do you like to be active?
I used to, when I was like having more free time, I would do like dance workout. I know you love dance.
I am a dancer.
You didn't like start with dance like from middle school or high school or something?
No,
like
I
that?
used to be super shy and I used to get bullied a lot, so I was like not gonna
You
be
got
dancing.
bullied a lot?
Oh yeah.
Because of being gay or?
Yeah, I was gay, I was overweight, I had glasses, I was dorky, I guess.
Well, actually, I was like super gay when I was young as well.
No.
But no, I was always like very popular at school.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you didn't get bullied?
I didn't get bullied at all. Like when you were getting bullied at school, did you tell your parents what?
I did not.
Because you didn't want them to worry or something.
I I can't really remember all that much. It was kind of my parents were going through a divorce. There was all kinds of crazy stuff going on. So I just remember being like keeping it to myself and trying to deal with it by myself.
I think I had the same thing. I had my first sexual experience super early. You know, like I didn't use any protection. So for a very long period of time, I thought I had HIV because I was very worried. So like every 5 minutes, I would go to the mirror and check in the mirror, like, oh, is there any changes on my body? So I was like living under a very like pressured and just like unsafe environment, I would say. But I couldn't tell my parents because they would be like, oh, why don't you, like who did you fuck, right? So I can relate to that.
When you see that like we're not providing people with really good education on sex and especially LGBTQ people, so a lot of work still to be done. But even talking about it in these videos, I think helps a lot of people.
Yeah.
So thanks for being honest and real.
Sorry, I haven't informed you what you're gonna eat today.
I know, I still don't know what we're eating.
So today we're gonna eat 西红柿炒蛋.
Huh?
It's a very popular homemade food, like every Chinese person know. Actually, I'm really not good with cooking, so I probably need lots of help from you.
Don't put yourself down, babe.
Who's your gay diva?
Oh gosh. Beyonce, Britney, Christina Aguilera, all that. I grew up in the 90s.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Okay, choose one, Christina or Britney.
I'm gonna say Britney.
Ah, I see. Actually, I was a huge Christina fan when I was younger. Even more than Britney. I think the only song I liked about Britney was Toxic. I really like Toxic.
It's the only song you like?
That's the only song I feel like is better than Christina's song.
This date is over now.
No, but I feel like Christina's performance were more powerful.
Can Christina dance?
Didn't she dancing Genie in a Bottle or something?
No,
Like, just
she
a little bit.
writhed.
I really love the song like called Beautiful.
Yeah, okay.
It was very like the first time I see LGBT
That was a good video.
representation on
Yep.
because I lived in China, right? So there weren't so many. And also like there was a song called Dirty. I love that. Yeah.
Wait, Dirty was my jam for like...
Dirty was really good.
That little skirt.
What was the dance again?
Oh yeah, she was dancing. She was dancing there.
I remember I was actually in New York
Actually, I can do it.
the night that MTV Music Awards was happening, and Madonna made out with Christina and Britney on stage.
I love that one. Wasn't she like a virgin?
Yeah, it was like a
That's
virgin.
what- yeah.
So for all the kids that don't know about this, look it up. And I was in a gay club that night in New York, and they had it on this big screen, and the gays just went wild.
Wait, you were in the gay bar already? That time.
Yeah, I'm old.
How old are you?
I'm 40.
Babe, are you serious?
Yeah.
You look like you're 25.
Is that too old for you?
No, not
Is
really.
the date over?
I mean, as long as you look young.
Pow.
This is so big on me. Can you help me?
I feel like we're making an omelet.
It's actually that level. It's not- What do you like about Japan?
What do I like about Japan?
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you like,
man.
oh, but you're anime fan, right? I see you're offering Kakashi. Your cosplay.
Oh wow, you saw that?
I watch every single of your video.
Kakashi.
Oh, stop it. Okay, so I'm chopping these up for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, actually, we can just.
I like your
Very, very
technique.
different vibes, these two dates.
Let's put this in.
Hi. Just it'll probably pop a little bit when you throw stuff in.
Gross.
Ah!
Just out.
Let's go, let's do it. Get a spatula. Here, let's do this
Babe, help me.
one. Yeah, I'm on it.
Oh no, I'm naked.
Alright, so we've got
I think
oil,
we
we've got green onion, we've got tomato. I need you to focus, babe. So where did you learn to cook this?
YouTube last night actually.
I was thinking it's like ancient family recipe you learned as a kid.
No, everyone knows how to cook it, but I was trying to cook it in a different flavor, a better flavor.
Okay.
Because I didn't know that, I just mixed them together. But apparently you have to cook them separately. So it will become different. Yeah.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Are you gonna make a video about a dance class, or is that too much pressure?
I'm really, really bad. If you teach me, I would do it, babe.
We could do a private class.
Okay. Are you a cat person or dog person?
It's really hard to choose.
If we get married, do you want a cat with me or dog with me or kid with me?
I would want Ooh, the kid. I think I'd want a cat first while we're both working a lot, because a cat can take care of itself.
And then have a dog, right?
And then have a dog when we like retire. And the kid, I don't know.
But you know, like that the problem is if the cat comes in first, the cat's gonna hate the dog.
Not necessarily. I've grown up with a lot of animals, and my sister continues to have a lot of animals, so I've seen lots of different things get introduced. I think there's ways you can do it. So if you were dating a guy,
Yeah.
how much would you expect to spend time with him in a week?
I wish if we both don't have any activities on weekend, we can spend at least a weekend together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, basically.
Okay. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I agree.
I enjoy, you know, like going out or doing like outdoor stuff. Actually, I lied. No, I don't like outdoor stuff.
I was like,
So-
really?
Yeah, so my boyfriend, they like outdoor stuff sometimes. I can go sometimes, but like I don't want to participate every single time.
Right.
So I wish
Okay.
we can all have our own hobbies and
I think that's an important topic. I think it's important to have your own hobbies.
Yeah.
And I think it's important in a relationship that you have friends that whatever hobbies we wouldn't have in common, I have friends that I can go do that with,
yeah.
and we don't have to spend all of our time together. You're doing great.
Thank you. Now enjoy.
You got this.
Can I-
Yay! Can we learn how to say this properly in
What is this
Chinese?
called again?
西红柿炒蛋，
Slowly.
西红柿炒蛋。
No, one at a time, one at a time.
Okay, 西红柿.
西红柿.
Yeah, that means tomato.
That's tomato? Alright.
So what should we do? Should we do it like try one all at once, then try the next one all at once?
Put both of them on the plate and then we can try
Okay.
them one at a time.
It's not a cook.
Here. yeah.
We're gonna rate the food and
Yeah,
we're gonna
let's-
rate the date, right?
Yeah.
Which one first?
And I want to hear actually your self-evaluation for your date if it was a number.
See, I see 10.
Out of
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
What about you?
8. I'd eat this for breakfast.
I like scrambled eggs, right?
Yeah.
It's nice.
Oh my god, actually I accidentally tasted.
Mine?
Yeah, it's so good.
No.
so good.
Okay, I'm going into mine.
Nice. Yeah, me too. I'm going in for the shepherd's pie.
It's pretty good.
It tastes like real
my
cream
God.
corn.
It's really good.
It's so good.
It's like cream
So
corn
good,
taste.
By the way, when you consider the cooking, like break is also part of my process.
So how was your experience?
It was a very interesting, dynamic, fun. They were both very different from each other. So both had really interesting good points.
If you had to choose one, if you had to,
So hard. You know, gay community, we're very open. We could be like a throuple kind of thing.
Meng would be mad. He instructed that
Yeah.
us that it was part of the rules.
I'm thinking a score for the food,
Yeah.
a score for dating technique, and then a score for how well it worked on me. So we'll start with the food. Andrew was like really prepared. He had lots of ingredients, so it was something that I love from my childhood and all that. Very impressive. Meng came in with a much more simple sort of recipe, but
Yeah.
the simplicity worked. It
Yeah.
was still delicious. It tasted really good.
Yeah.
And it kind of allowed us to focus more on just like talking
Yeah.
to each other and asking more questions. Second criteria is dating technique.
Yes.
So in terms of dating technique, I feel like Meng won here a
Yeah.
little bit because he took on this technique of like, oh, let's cook together, but I need help and
Yeah.
I need you to do this for me. And he was like feeding me and doing all this kind of stuff. So, but Andrew came at it from more intellectual, right? Which
Okay.
I really like it, but he was more like asking really good questions,
Yeah.
having really good conversation. So that was really interesting too.
And the
And
third
then-
one, how much it worked on you.
How much it worked on me. For me, Andrew's technique worked better on me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the type that likes sort of intellectual conversation,
Yeah.
and I like that kind of intellectual connection before we are getting all like lovey-dovey
Yeah.
or physical or all that.
So I think tallying up the score, I think wins by a hair.
Wins by a hair, then that's what we got to do.